Carolina Milanese, Principal Analyst at Creative Strategies. What is this moment in Apple's history for you?
I totally agree with you that it's the big moment for Tim Cook. It's the big announcement of a new era, a new market, building, though, of everything that he has done for the company since he took over the leadership. I think we are going to look at opportunity in enterprise as well as opportunity in content. Those are, in my opinion, the two areas where the VR, AR, mixed reality headset is going to play.
The specifications, $3,000 reported by Bloomberg News, 16 gigabyte RAM memory. You look at the materials that are used to make it, but it really seems like the big question is what you can actually use it to do.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly the right question to ask. Right now, it doesn't really matter in terms of you're looking at early adopters that will buy to figure out what you're going to do with it, even if it's $3,000. You're looking at developers that are looking at the opportunity to expand their iOS and macOS and iPadOS market. And then you're going to look at time before the mass market is going to be ready for it. I think there's opportunity to create that ecosystem in the same way as Apple. You talked about Watch, but I think a good comparison is also the iPad, where at the beginning you were using iOS apps and then developers came with dedicated app. I wonder if we're going to see a similar thing here.
Carolina, meanwhile, the rest of the market is just completely focused on artificial intelligence, it feels like. And there's a mixed viewpoint here from analysts that we're getting. Some, like Wedbush, think we're going to hear a lot about AI from Apple today. Others, well, our own Mark Gurman saying this is not the time or place and actually wait for it in a year or so. What do you make of Apple's AI play?
I think that Apple has been talking about AI for a long time, but in a different way. First it was Siri, and then the talk around Siri went away. It became more about on-device machine learning, which is still part of AI, but Apple is in a different place compared to, say, a Google or a Microsoft, because they don't own their own cloud, and so they are dependent on others to run big models. So they need to bring us back to what is the value of artificial intelligence on my device. And linked to that is the value of artificial intelligence to me as a user. And there's, I would argue, no one else that knows their users as much as Apple does.